name is Sadia Khan. I am doing business administration NQF level 4. I see my disability as my strength and not as a weakness. So I do not feel ashamed in order to discuss it with people. It does make me emotional at times a bit because of the long, strenuous, painful journey that I have taken. But I wear my scars with pride. I have a visual impairment. I have septo-optic dysplasia with hypopituitarism. It's not just a visual impairment. I also have a part of my brain that does not function, which controls the hormonal side of the body. So with my visual impairment, I also live daily on chronic medications in order to survive. It has been hard. Primary school, I went to a normal primary school, and the staff were very understanding and they made allowances for me and things. But when I went to high school, I noticed that it was a bit more difficult. So I needed more, and also with like learners, teenagers can be a bit more harsh, and the pace in high school is different than a primary school. So for my high school experience, I had to go to a special school. I wrote a normal matric examination, and our school was actually in the paper because just me and 2 other learners completed our matric with our various disabilities. I live with a family that is very, old school. And when they realized my disability, like my mom was the only one person that felt like, okay, my daughter will be able to do this. She will overcome this disability and live a life in society as a normal, functioning woman. But the rest of my family, sadly to say, believed that my disability would cripple me. I would live like an invalid in society. I would be unable to look after myself, unable to function, unable to be a working class person. So that kind of held me back. I was not allowed to go and look for a job. I was not allowed to pursue my dreams, even though I had a chance to study a bursary for human resource management. Because I was unable, due to my visual impairment, I was unable to go places, go to the university on my own in order to like fill the forms, do things like that. No one thought that I was capable of doing it. So that bursary was actually, I lost the opportunity to pursue that bursary. And it was really heartbreaking for me. It kind of put me into a bit of a depression for a while. I felt like I lost out everything. But then, I don't know, after that 2 or 3 year slump, something like woke up back inside of me, and I still tried, but I still got like hit again by like people again. But I still didn't stop. I still tried and tried and tried until eventually I said, you know what, I'm not going to live my life for people. Enough is enough, Sadia. And this is, I was just going to turn 29, and I don't know, maybe that number is lucky for me or something. And it just made me realize that, you know what, this is enough. You have wasted like 8 years of your life, and you cannot do this anymore. You have so much of potential. Your teachers say it, your friends say it. So don't waste this, don't waste it. And I eventually applied for interviews, and I went online and I sent in my CVs, and I actually got this learnership. And I'm really grateful. It has made all my dreams come true, that I finally have done something for myself. I've been selfish for once, and it's a really good feeling. This is the first time, and it was like totally scary. Imagine your whole life just being, it's like, okay, look at this pot plant. It's like sitting in one position its entire life, am I right? And getting watered or whatever. I was that pot plant. Everything was like just done. So when I went out into this world working experience, it was like terrifying. I think my biggest experience and my biggest thing that I've learned is functioning in this working world. It's like, it's been so scary yet exhilarating. It's like terrifying, but it's like, when you go on a roller coaster, it's like you're scared, but at the same time you're like so excited because you're going to go on that roller coaster. So it's like a jumble of emotions for me, and learning to be in this working environment, that's what has really been one of the really fundamental things and that I've really enjoyed. I won't say that it's changed my dreams. I'll say my dreams are still the same. My dream has always been, Sadia, you live with this disability. But it does not define you. And you will achieve any dream that you set your mind out to. You will pursue any career that you want. But I think it hasn't changed my dream. It's like recharged my dream.